The right heroes could make all the difference. He'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Good hunting for you right now.
You better ask Caution to help bring us back to light.
His tendency is sort of the other way.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Do me a favor. Don't tell Alicia I was here. She thinks I'm grocery shopping.
They're ahead of us!
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks. Better stop that vehicle!
Damn, ahead! I found them!
Beware my might.
There's still a chance to stop them!
That was too close!
They look, what am I? Invisible?
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Time to stop them.
Spider-Man gone? That one hurts. I'm good to go.
It's now or never! Stop them! Much better. A little help, please.
You actually did it, Flame. I'm impressed.
Us against the world!
Don't need a top-notch team to win this one.
Ah. Thanks. Anyway, I said hello to everybody that joined at the moment that they joined in, but welcome in. I made a little mistake there. For some reason, every once in a while,
30 seconds before you
my
attempt.
microphone just like, my microphone source undoes itself, and then I just don't have my mic source. So thanks for letting me know. This is awkward. Let me go back over what I was originally saying. Well, welcome into Mandy, welcome into Dark, welcome into Hurricane. I said hello to you guys when you guys showed up.
The battle starts in 5,
I
4, 3.
had my mic muted. I intentionally unmuted it every time I said hello, but it turns out that my OBS didn't have my mic source at all. Or set to my actual mic. Therefore, even if I unmuted myself, my mic wasn't working, so that's what happened. Anyways, but yeah, I was eating a moment ago. Welcome in, everybody. Damn it. But yeah, I was intentionally muted and also unintentionally muted, but now it's all good. So don't even worry about it. But what I was saying was that the plan for tonight was for me to finish eating and then play a little bit of Marvel Rivals and then kind of just go play by ear, as they say, for the rest of the night. What I'll say for tonight's schedule, I think I'll play Marvel Rivals for as long as you guys are interested in Marvel Rivals, and then whenever there's a bit of a lull or whatever, I'll just call it a night. So I've been having kind of a, I don't know, been kind of not feeling super awesome these past few days, so you know, we'll play by ear for how I'm feeling. But I was also saying that if you guys want into Marvel Rivals, just let me know. You're in. It doesn't matter if you're bad. It doesn't matter if you're part of the community or not. If you want in, you're in. We got space tonight, so we'll be fine. But yeah. Anywho. But yes, Dark, you are more than welcome to join next match. You are more than welcome to. Sorry, I had said it earlier, but I was my mic wasn't working, so. But yeah, you are more than welcome to join next match. I've been having kind of a rough time in this game tonight. The one match I've already played, and this match is kind of rough too. Ooh. This match is kind of rough too, not gonna lie. But yeah. Also, I got some life stuff I gotta take care of next... Not tomorrow, but like next week, Saturday, I got like some random stuff that appeared in my schedule, so I gotta take care of that. So, actually, wait, no, that... No, that's a nighttime thing. I might be fine. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta check what time that is, but I got some stuff to do. I have stuff to do next week, Saturday. Whether or not it affects our schedule is a different thing. But yeah. I got a few things. Hold on. I have a few like miscellaneous things I wanted to talk about, but I'm also playing the game, so I'm not really sure when would be a good time for that. I just want to win. Ooh, never mind. We're good. 10-player kill streak. 11. Let's go. Ow. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? The big thing that I wanted to get out of the way, and on the off chance that I do this, is that I was considering whether to take a brief stream hiatus for like a week or so. I've just been feeling kind of not great these past few days, and taking a hiatus, if I do take a hiatus, I'm not really sure when I'll take it. I am eyeballing next week to potentially go on a break. I pretty much never do a break. Very rarely. Hold on. Gotta kill these guys. The only time I really take a break is when I'm sick or otherwise incapable of streaming. So this would kind of be like the first break, big break, I guess, that I've taken. But Dark says my game's updating. This might take all night. No worries. No worries at all. I think I vaguely remember Dark having slow internet. That's fine. But yeah, if I do take a break, I might take a hiatus next week. And then the length of the hiatus, I think I'll just kind of play that by ear. I'm thinking of just having it be a week. Being that I have something to do this coming Saturday. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm not 100% on this, but if you don't see me next week, then you know why. But hold on. It's so hard to talk and play this game. Ooh. There we go. Never mind, it's all done. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. But yeah, I haven't really been feeling super, like, great lately. Hold on. Damn it. Ooh! Does that kill me if I don't spit him out? But yeah, I haven't been feeling super great. I haven't been feeling all that inspired lately, I guess. I guess there's a lot that I want to do with stream, but I guess lately I've just been kind of feeling like, I don't know, like the associations I'm forming, I think, with stream are just generally not positive in my mind. I guess lately, when I think about streaming, like, I want to be here, but at the same time, I have this association lately with it where I'm just... Hold on. I gotta invite Dark. Just a second. There you go. Alright. Let's go. But I've been having this association with it where, I don't know, I guess I just... I mentioned this on Wednesday, but I just feel like a disappointment lately. Whether or not that's true or not, I mean, that's kind of up in the air, but I guess when I think of streaming lately, it's becoming not as much of a positive thing as I would like it to be, like it used to be. It used to be the case that when I get ready for stream, I'm just like really excited and, you know, super happy to be there and whatnot. But I don't know. I guess this past few weeks I've just been kind of more and more just like
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
more and more feeling like a disappointment for whatever reasons at that time. I don't really want to go into detail on it, but I don't know. I just feel like a disappointment implied
Battle starts in 5,
directly or indirectly,
3, 2,
and
1.
it kind of brings down my mood, and I just don't really want to feel that way when I'm on stream. And I feel like I'm developing an association where like my mind is just kind of preparing to be told that I'm a disappointment the moment that I show up to stream, and then every time I think about stream, I'm starting to kind of like cringe a little bit about like, oh yep, today's the day I'm going to be told I'm a disappointment. So for that reason, I'm just like, I don't really know if I want to keep that association and strengthen it. So therefore, I'm just not going to bother for the next week. I think I might just need a little bit of a break. So, but yeah, but I didn't word that very well, but you understand. So, I think tonight, I mean, obviously I'm already here. I'm going to be doing the stream tonight, but for next week, I think I'll just be taking a bit of a... Might be taking a bit of a break, or at the very least doing something a lot different from the usual. I don't know. I just haven't really... I've been feeling some kind of way, and I'm not really sure how to... What changes I want to make to address that just yet. I tried, like, doing a little bit of creative... not creative writing, but a little bit of... I did a little bit of writing about how I feel yesterday to try to, like, figure out exactly what it is that is bothering me or what it is that I want to change about stream. And I'm not really sure what that is yet. And I think some time to just sit in silence might help me to figure out exactly what that is, you know? So, anyways. But yeah, generally I don't like to talk about that kind of stuff on stream, but that's a short version of where I'll be if I don't show up next week. Hold on. Okay. But other than that, I don't know. Lately I've just been a little more irritable these past few I don't even know how long it's been at this point. Past few weeks, I guess. Not sure exactly how long, but I don't know. Just been feeling kind of down. You know? Even when I don't stream, I still kind of feel kind of down too. I'm just kind of irritated lately. For a wide variety of reasons that I'm not really sure why, you know? I'm just in a funk. I need to unfunk. The problem is that the unfunk tends to be like, oh, I stream and then I get unfunked. But it hasn't really been working for me lately. I'm still in a funk. And thank you for taking care of the bot, Maggie. Thank you, thank you. Got him. Nice. There we go. And then as for tomorrow, with all that being said, as for tomorrow, I mean, streaming is still on the schedule. Oh, dude. Okay, so, I don't know if you guys... Sorry, this is a full tangent now, but last Saturday, if you guys will remember, I mentioned that I mentioned that I had to go to
The moon haunts you.
an appointment to get my vaccinations. So it turns out I may have forgotten my insurance card, and thankfully the cashier had my insurance card on file. But it, what was it? It was something about, like, it covers medical, but it doesn't cover, I guess immunizations are separate from medical. And it was because the cashier had the my medical stuff on file, but didn't have anything about my welcome into Appy. They didn't have anything about my immunizations. Therefore, it was ambiguous whether or not my my flu and COVID shots were covered. So very interesting. It was very interesting. Hold on. Damn it. Okay. So I was gonna do a appointment to get my shots tomorrow instead, as like a rescheduling thing, but that's not really gonna work either. So this is really interesting. At least I think this is interesting. Because of the recent CDC guidelines on COVID, they basically now declared that the something to the effect of COVID is only a problem if you're 65 or older, or if your doctor declares that it's a problem for you specifically because of something that some risk of you complications medically. Sorry, it's hard for me to think when I'm playing this game, but because the CDC has declared that it's only a problem if you're 65 plus or have a medical issue, it's, for some reason, the COVID vaccine is now not a part of standard immunizations. Therefore, insurance is not going, at least my insurance, is not going to pay for you to get the COVID vaccine unless the doctor declares that you need it. So you either pay out of pocket, I think, or the doctor has to declare that you need it. If the doctor declares that you need it, then technically it is covered under like medical, but it's not going to be covered under like immunization. Dark's probably laughing in Canadian right now, but yeah. And strangely enough, the flu vaccine is covered, for me at least. The flu one is covered regardless, but the COVID one, you need to have a doctor's note. But welcome into Kitsune, welcome in. How are you? Will you be joining us for Marvel Rivals tonight, Kitsune? Welcome in. How are you? I'm just discussing my talk with my insurance. This is a US problem. It's not gonna apply to Canadians, but you understand. Damn it. Oh, okay. I gotta start covering Dark. I don't know why I keep walking away. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, that was stupid of me. I don't know why I frontline like that. And Kitsune says, now my laptop is dead. Kitsune, no. Is that the one that was, like, broken a few months ago? You didn't get it fixed? I mean, I guess not that everybody has money lying around to get it fixed, but... Don't you need it for like, classes and such or something? You need it for something, right? You gotta get that fixed, man. You can't just... not... Do you know what year it is, man? You need smart technology. You can't be without it. Everyone needs at least one smart device. Dude, I was helping... Okay, I gotta be really vague about this, but for work today, I was trying to help this lady. It was kind of like this... I speculate she was probably on the older side. But I was trying to help her to, like... to do something that required her to open a notification on her phone. She had no clue how to do that. It was driving me nuts. I was like... I was ready to scream. Like, ma'am... Sorry. There's more to the story, but it's hard to explain during Marvel Rivals, but... Damn it. Kitsune says, on a bus heading home, this one guy is low-key unaliving right now. He took off his shoes, and oh, the smell. My eyes are literally tearing up. Oh, you should just be like, what is that smell? And just see if he notices. What is that stench? Oh, gross. Good opportunity to get a desktop, so true. My laptop's GPU is fried. Tisk tisk. Tisk tisk. Sounds like a guy who needs to get a better computer. Oh, damn it. I just got sticky stuff on my hands. Sorry, my dad got a smoothie. He got like a large smoothie, and it was too much for him, so he poured out it into a cup. And now I have the cup in my hands, but I opened it wrong, and now I think I touched some of the smoothie, so... I'm gonna wash my hands real quick before the smoothie juice gets everywhere. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Dark says, did you see how close that match was? It was. It was so close. But GG's. Good win, good win. Let's check the scoreboard for that. Ho-ho! 22 kills and deaths. Not bad. Not bad. But getting a PC immediately after my last exam. Ah, nice, nice. What's the first thing you're gonna play on your new PC, Kitsune? And why is it Marvel Rivals? Okay. How do you... Is it just one more round? Is that how you queue? Oh, I guess so. Okay. Let's get back in there. Let's get on back in there. Ugh, I forgot how old that water is. I mean, it's only as of last night, but... that water is not... That water is not fresh. That is a... I poured this last night before bed water. Sitting in my room. Locking in, nice. And because of their summer outfits. This guy. Oh, wait, are you talking about... Wait. What are we talking about? Anyways. I think I know what you're talking about. Relax. But yeah. Understandable. You know what I mean? This guy. This guy.
30 seconds. Stay strong.
This game knows what it's doing. Who you freak? Yeah, chill out, chill out. Chill out, chill out.
Hulk has no
But
idea
yeah.
what pretty lady is talking about.
They know what they're doing when they made this game. Can you stand on the clouds? But you can, what? Oh.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
You can hide in it.
3,
Nice.
2, 1.
Oh, dude.
You have to stop them from securing the
Sorry,
mission
the
area.
Sumi thing reminded me of a Reddit story I saw today. So, this guy... It was like a saga that began in 2014. This guy went on Reddit because he said that he was getting a divorce. He said something about, like, I live in Utah, Salt Lake. I guess it's not super relevant to the story. But he was saying that his wife's dad is super rich, and he is not. He is going to be divorcing from his wife. And he believes that his wife's dad is going to use his vast wealth to secure an excellent lawyer so that he gets cleaned out in the divorce. So he went to Reddit asking, is there anything... He went to Reddit asking, like, if you live in Utah, do you know of any, like, good divorce lawyers? Utah mentioned yes. And for some reason, somebody in the comments of that post said, you don't have to hire a good lawyer necessarily.
You need to stop that vehicle.
What you should do is speak to all the top lawyers. Just speak to all the top lawyers in the area. And now they will be considered no longer hireable by your wife. Because if they had talked to you first, your wife can't be employed under your wife because it's a conflict of interest. Which is wild, by the way. So, this guy took that advice. He spoke to like 30 of the top divorce lawyers in the area just so that he could create a conflict of interest so that his wife couldn't hire that lawyer in the divorce proceedings. Eventually, a brain move. No. So he eventually, I mean, the wife's family is rich, so the wife's family found a lawyer, and the lawyer was kind of like onto what he was doing. Or she and the lawyer were kind of onto what he was doing, because I guess she started calling around and realized that, like, oh, all the top lawyers in the area are being talked to by my soon-to-be ex-husband, and as a result of that, I can't hire them due to a conflict of interest. So the lawyer, the wife's lawyer, had sent like some kind of letter to him, basically requesting like money as a result of like this weird situation caused by him talking to all the lawyers or something. Anyways, I guess it's not important. But the important thing is that it made it to court during the divorce proceedings. I'm getting wrecked right now. It made it to court because of the divorce proceedings. The judge basically said, the judge threw out the lawyer's request for like payback money and said that this is stupid and frivolous. I'm throwing this out. But the judge also got upset with the husband, basically saying like, while it is stupid and frivolous for her to be requesting money because you talk to everybody in the area, you should also not be talking to everybody in the area with the intent of trying to create a conflict of interest so that your wife can't find a divorce lawyer. So, anyways, funny all around. Funny all around. Ultimately, it worked out. In 2019, he made a little update explaining what happened, and basically advising people on Reddit to just not take advice from people on Reddit about their lawyer stuff. So, anyways, all's well that ends well. Oh, dude, I also saw another one. I saw this other Reddit story about this girl had like a twin sister. Hold on, this might kill me. That killed me. Welcome into Giggles. Hold on, I gotta tell the story before I forget. I was reading the story about a separate story. This girl had... she's maybe like 15 or something at the time the story takes place. She has a twin sister. Okay, never mind. I'm doing the usual thing and getting ahead of myself. This girl is a twin sister. When the twins are about 8, the dad cheats on the mom, and the dad's mistress moves in and becomes the new stepmom. The biological mom tries to fight for the kids in court, but the dad is rich, so she doesn't really get the ability to see her kids much, and she also moves back to Europe. So it's pretty much the dad and the stepmom. So when they're 15, the two girl twins, when they're 15, the girl...
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
The girls are finishing up some after-school practice thing. The stepmom is taking a nap. The stepmom is like an hour late to pick them up. Eventually, she gets awoken by the girls, I guess over text or something, to pick them up from school. So the stepmom angrily drives over to school, picks up the girls, and then is just like scolding them in the car about how they interrupted her nap, blah blah blah. She keeps scolding the two twins, and the twins, and the stepmom's driving. She blows straight past a stop sign, and the car gets hit, and the car gets hit in such a way that the twin sister dies from the car accident, and the stepmom assumes no responsibility. So like 2 years later or whatever, the story kind of picks up with the stepmom basically telling the stepdaughter to like get over it. It happened. Everything happens for a reason. Must have been fate that she's dead. And it's not my fault. Blah blah blah. All this like BS to try to deflect responsibility for the twin sister's death. And then the stepmom announces like, "Oh, I'm pregnant, by the way, and you're gonna have a sister. Yay! Don't worry, you'll be able to bond with your new sister. Maybe even better than your twin sister." And my blood's boiling reading this, by the way. I'm so upset. And eventually. Eventually, what ends up happening is that I don't want to go into too much detail on this because it's kind of not graphic or unsettling. But we'll keep this as appropriate as I can. But the gist of it is that a few months later, the stepmom miscarries, and then the stepmom is like, "This is your fault. You're the reason for my miscarriage," and blah blah blah, and starts blaming the stepdaughter, and the stepdaughter doesn't really have support because her dad is like taking the stepmom's side in a lot of arguments, and the twin sister's still dead, you know. So eventually the girl does some things, keeping that vague, to land her in the hospital under constant watch. And as a result of having gone to the hospital for concerns over her mental health, shall we say, as a result of that, the dad is like, okay, you're losing your door privileges. Your bedroom, you're not having a door anymore. Also, we're pulling you out of volleyball, and blah, 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 blah. And, like, pretty much just taking away stuff she enjoys and privileges and stuff. So, it's... Anyway, I think it's still an ongoing thing. All around, it's an awful situation. But, dude, that had my blood boiling, dude. When I was reading that, that was upsetting. Anyways, we're all doing kind of trash right now, so thankfully it's not just me, but damn, dude. We're doing trash. Anywho, Giggle says, when I see stories like that on Reddit, I choose to believe they're not real. It seems kind of rage baity, which makes me think, like, surely this isn't real, but it's taken place over the course of, like, several months. Like, the updates are, like, several months apart, like 7 months or whatever, so, if it is a troll, that's a lot of dedication to the bit, if it is a troll. If it was, like, there's a satisfying ending, the stepmom gets, like, justice or justice served on her or whatever, then I'd be more inclined to believe that it's not true, but, it's hard to say. That was, not a good run, by the way. Yeah, we did pretty terrible. Anywho, but sorry, to reply to some messages here, Kitsune says, I like how both male and female characters are the same. Are they? Well, maybe a little, actually. But 5-brain move, so true. Solid strat, so true. And if you were rich or married rich, would you guys sign a prenup? Yeah. If I was rich, honestly,
Or villain, I'm not judging.
I don't know if it's like the distrusting person in me, but if I was rich, I think I would do a few things. I think at the most preferable would be that my money remains mine and my wife is not entitled to my money. If I'm like rich. If I'm like not that rich, it's whatever, but if I'm like rich, I'd probably do a prenup, and to say that if we do divorce, she's not entitled to whatever money I had going into it.
Get ready.
And that would, if that still exists, then that stays with me in the divorce. But I would add another clause in there that would say that in the event of my death,
The battle starts in 5,
that
3, 2,
if the death is not suspicious,
the mission area. Got it?
as determined by a third party, then my wife can have my money. But if my wife is in any way suspicious, as determined by a third party, independent third party, then the money would go to my family. Whether that be any children I have or just like my existing relatives. And the reason for that is because I've seen a lot of true crime videos where spouses. I find that a lot of spousal murders are like life insurance related, and I don't want to give any incentive for my spouse to kill me. So for that reason, I would say like she can have the money as long as it's like there's no suspicion whatsoever about my death. If I like just had a heart attack for whatever reason as a result of like my poor dieting choices, then like yeah, she can have my money. But if it's like, oh, he was poisoned, don't know who, then it's like, yeah, she's not getting my money. So it kind of depends. It kind of depends on that. You know. But yeah, generally, I think a prenup's a good idea. Ultimately, I don't think. I think that a prenup is very reasonable, generally, because if you never divorce, a prenup doesn't matter. You know? So if the prenup seems unfair to your spouse, maybe not that's kind of not quite what I want to say. Well, yes, but a prenup should be fair to you, not necessarily fair to your spouse. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think your spouse should really have any say in your prenup unless it's like you're taking stuff from your spouse, which I don't think you should do. I think if it's very much like my assets are mine, I think that's more than reasonable for a prenup, especially when you consider that a prenup is, I believe, only used in the case of a divorce, which won't even happen if you have, you know, a working marriage, you know, so, you know what I mean? Anyways, but I think a prenup's mostly in case of divorce. A will is for in case of death. Well, yeah, maybe I'm getting my stuff mixed up. But Mandy says, gotta sign the prenup? Yes, I agree. I think I would... honestly, I think I... even if I was poor... I'm not, like, rich, but I'm not, like, dying for money or by any means. I think I would ask for a prenup. Just to say, like, what's mine is mine before the marriage. Anything that has nothing to do with my wife, she is not entitled to. In the event of a divorce. So, like, if I were to get married and continue stream and she's never on my stream, then I don't think she would be entitled to any money that's made from the stream. Same thing with, like, business. If I were to, like, I don't know, open, like, a noodle shop or something, I don't think she should be entitled to the money made or the debt caused by my own independent business ventures, I guess. You know? Well, what's my business should be mine. Whether that be good or bad. I don't think it should involve her. Anywho. But Giggle says, I think the whole point is coming to an agreement that is favorable to both parties. I see. Oh. I guess that kind of makes sense. I was thinking of, like, a prenup that's, like... one person signs a prenup on behalf of the husband and one on behalf of the spouse or something. I'm not really sure how I thought it worked. Before a messy divorce where people are trying to spite the other. Yes. Always be fair. The smoothie's melting. But yeah. I think I'd sign a prenup. But I don't even have to worry about that currently. I don't even have a girlfriend, so I tried to shoot my shot today on a very low scale. I tried talking to there's someone at work that in like a we work under the same umbrella, but she's not, she doesn't work with me directly, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I was in the area, so I was talking with her for a little bit. She was really short with me, so I just kind of stopped talking. But to be fair, I'd probably do the same thing. If somebody came up to my desk and just started talking to me while I'm working, I'd probably just answer the question. Because I'm, like, busy doing something. No, I mean, I guess that depends when you ask me. If I'm very clearly slacking off, then, like, I'm more open to talking, but if I'm, like, actively trying to get something done and somebody's talking to me, I'd be kind of irritated. But yeah, she, was a little bit short, not like, she didn't seem, like, irritated or, like, bothered by me there. It just felt like she was just kind of, like, answering the question, and that was just kind of it. I tried to shoot my shot. But yeah, even, one of my coworkers that went with me, we were both taking care of the same task in the area. He was kind of standing on the sidelines, and, like, even he, after the fact, even he was kind of like, yeah, I don't really think she was too interested in talking. So, that's okay. It is what it is. I didn't ask her on a date or anything. It was just as simple as, like, I don't really know this person much at all. If there's ever going to be an opportunity for us to speak, it's going to have to be initiated by me. So we just talked a little bit, but it, wasn't really... didn't really go anywhere. But that's fine. I was kind of low investment in it anyways, and, doesn't really bother me very much. I'm a little disappointed, but I'm glad I tried to talk. It goes how it goes, and damn it. It goes how it goes, and that's just how it is. Anywho. But yeah, I don't have to worry about a divorce yet. I gotta worry about going on a date first. I don't even have a girlfriend. To have a relationship, you must date. To have date? Sorry. To have divorce, you must be married. To be married, you probably need a girlfriend first. Jumping straight to marriage is a little too bold for my taste. To get a girlfriend, you need to go on a date. To go on a date, you need to ask someone out. To ask someone out, you should probably talk to them first. So, we got to the talking stage of me getting to know someone, and it kind of failed on me. So, on to greener pastures, better ventures, I guess. But you've been having dates, though? Yeah, I guess, but... Well, I'm just... Hold on, I gotta reload Dark. Okay, I got him. But yeah, I'm having a rough time. Damn it. It's so hard to kill. Who keeps healing this guy? There we go. I was kind of hoping that the healer would just, like, kind of crap out. Be too busy looking up. Took care of it. But I've been having dates, but I haven't really been having fun, I guess. I don't know. I mean, this past date that I went on, like, the first date was just, like, wasn't, like, bad, but it wasn't good. I just kind of, like, didn't really have much to go on. I mean, I guess good in the way that it didn't go bad, I guess. It was, like, somewhere between good and okay, I guess. And then the second date was terrible, so... damn it, just lost. But, yeah, there's not a whole lot of people for me to be asking out unless I just go up to people and start asking people out, just out in the middle of nowhere, which I'm not a big fan of. So, yeah, I don't know. But Mandy says dating. Ew, you're absolutely right. Ugh. Ugh.
30 seconds before you attack.
I mean,
Ready?
like, if you already know someone that you're interested in, like, if you're already friends with somebody you're interested in, and then you go on a date, that's, like, completely different. That would actually be fun. But going, like, not really knowing someone that well, and then needing to, like, carry a conversation, which I have, by the way, that part just sucks. So,
The battle starts in 5,
then I'm just kind of tired of doing that.
2, 1.
And it's been almost 2 years for me, RIP, but I'm doing fun stuff, so a win is a win, I guess. I agree.
Times change.
A win is absolutely a win. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of surrounded by, like
A nice deep freeze.
middle-aged dudes, kind of, who are just like, one of them has, like, he's only, like, just now getting married, and he's kind of, he's very much like, he says stuff to the effect of, like, you should date when you're, like, my age, because he waited a very long time, and that wasn't a very good idea for him. Especially being that he seems to want to be a father, but he's also, like, 40 something. So it's not like, yeah, you could potentially be a father, but, like, I think his soon-to-be wife is, like, also within the same age range, and as I understand, for women, once you hit a certain age, you enter menopause, in which case, like, you literally can't have children. But on top of that, the older you are, as I understand, the older you are, the more at risk you are for, like, complications with birth and getting pregnant and such like that. So generally, it's a riskier process and a not always successful process. And I think that's part of the reason why he's just very much like, I should have dated earlier, and you know, he seems to have wanted to start a family a bit earlier. He's trying now, but it, you know, with not, the success isn't really high lately. But welcome in to Sneak the Bear. Welcome in. I just saw a tiny notification from Sneak the Bear on TikTok. But welcome in. How are you? Glad to see you. Welcome in. How are you, Sneak the Bear? I hate meeting new people. Like, I don't like meeting new people through stream is great. Meeting new people in real life has varying results. Like, I don't mind so much when somebody approaches me to get to know me, and they, like, put in the effort to, like, get to know me. I like that, and I appreciate that, and I'm much more receptive to getting to know someone. But if it's like, if I'm the one trying to get to know somebody, and I'm just not getting that reciprocation back, then I'm not having a good time generally. So there we go. For that reason, it depends on who's pursuing who in friendship or whatever. So, but Giggle said, I had a guy say he wanted to start as friends, but I don't think he knew how to be friends with women. Yikes. Is it yikes in the way that I think it's yikes, or is it different? I don't know, dude. But yeah. Anywho, but Sneakta says, hi Taku, I'm good. Thank you. How are you? I'm doing okay. Not like super great, not super bad either. Just generally in the past few weeks I've been like in a bit of a funk. I just haven't been feeling super like happy or positive lately, so in a bit of a funk that I'm trying to find a healthy way to get out of. So still in kind of a funk. But other than that, I'm doing okay. Yeah. And then what I'm doing on the channel is kind of all over the place lately. Tomorrow, I plan to do Rogue Trader originally. I actually kind of want to play 40k Demon Hunters. Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, sorry. It has like a weird subtitle. But it's supposed to be like the XCOM version of sorry, 40k version of XCOM. I was thinking about that. But I've been in such a funk lately that I'm like, I don't even know if I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm just kind of out of it lately, you know? So, if I do stream though, I might do that or Rogue Trader. I'm not sure. And if Spat is available, then I might also do Marvel Rivals. So, tomorrow is going to be all over the place if I do stream. We'll see. But Giggles says, I knew too much about his urges. Homie, what we doing? Ew.
The battle starts in 5,
Ew.
4, 3,
So, what? Does he want, like...
1.
Oh! He's just like a friend with benefits, basically. I don't know, dude. I just can't. I don't know. Like, I know some people, some men that just don't know how to talk to women. Not even like in like a romantic sense, like just don't know how to like be friends with women. It's I understand. I haven't seen it like that crazy, but I know generally what you're talking about. There's been a few moments where I'm like, brother, what are you doing? But Giggle says, not even a friend, man. He was too poor for friendship. I know what you mean. Yeah, nope. That kind of thing, I'd be like, goodbye.
There's still a chance.
Goodbye. I'm going. Adios. Dude, our team sucks this round. Did we? Okay. Not gonna lie.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of my fault. Or at least I'm not helping. I have 0 kills. I mean, in my defense, I'm not even a DPS. I'm technically a healer, but things aren't looking very good. We're just getting wiped out one by one. This one, we're just getting absolutely blasted. It's not even, like, anywhere close to even. We're just getting stomped. So. Oh. This guy is a little too confident. Never mind.
Us against the world.
Kinda justified. Alright, well. That's rough.
Too many targets.
That's rough. Anywho. Yeah.
There's still a chance to stop them.
I keep getting stomped. It's like, they know to go for me too. They're not dumb. Sometimes you play against some teams that are just stupid. This team is not. This team knows to kill me first. Since I'm healer. Just beeline for me. Damn it. Sorry, I had to... Oh! Damn it. Oh, I matched with somebody on a dating app today. She's waved hello. I didn't reply. Honestly, I don't think I will. She's got one of those sus profiles. Like, you can just tell when a profile is just like not real. And this is one of those times. Like, it says verified profile. I don't think so. I genuinely do not think so. There's no way this is a verified profile. Like, I don't know, maybe like verified and then all the pictures were changed or something. I don't know. There's no way that it's a real profile. So I don't think I will apply. Oh, also, completely unrelated note, but I started watching a series called Space King. I don't know why. I feel like Appy would know about this. Space King is supposed to be a parody of like Warhammer Space Marines. It's pretty funny though. It's on YouTube. There's like 3 episodes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, I can't even walk over there. Dark, we're gonna die if we walk over there. Yep. Yep, that killed me. And we lost. Maybe Dark had the right idea, actually. I think Dark had the right idea. We were about to lose. What is this? Surging something. Damn. Leveling up is hard. Not bad, though. I don't know what SVP means. Secondary valuable player or something? I don't know. Dark did pretty good. I did pretty trash, but it's fine. It is what it is. But Dark says I needed to do something. I don't know. Yeah, that's my bad. I thought that the moving statue thing was gonna come towards me. I didn't realize that it was so close to the end. I thought it was like had more time. But yeah.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Understandable. Totally understandable. But anywho. What else? What other relationship stuff is there to talk about? Oh. If Kitsune is lurking there in the shadows, Kitsune, I need to know about your relationship life now. I feel like it's changed recently. I need to know the latest update. I need to know the latest. I don't know what to do, man.
30 seconds before you get ready.
I hear from like friends and coworkers that like, oh yeah, because of where I live. We'll keep that a secret. But yeah, because of my location, there's not like there's people to meet,
3, 2, 1.
but there isn't like
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
a huge amount. So everybody, my coworkers are just kind of like, you know, if you see somebody you're interested in, just go for it, basically. What do you have to lose? And to an extent, I agree, but I don't really like the mindset. I don't quite like that mindset because I kind of feel like it. Damn it, not bad though. I feel like it kind of sets you up to just kind of accept when you're not compatible with somebody. I heard there's actually this one girl that I went to high school with back in the day. I didn't know this about her at the time, but what should I call her? I'll call her Megan. I don't know why, but anyways. So Megan, back in high school, supposedly she had an abusive boyfriend at that time. I didn't know this until like within the past few years. I learned that he was abusive. But they were together for like a few years in high school. And after high school ended, I have like third-hand account of like her relationship drama that's been happening lately. She broke up with her abusive boyfriend, and she got together with a guy who was like even more abusive than the original guy. I mean, in the original guy's defense, I don't really know in what way the original guy was abusive. I just hear that he is. But this new guy, right? So this new guy, she gets together with him and has like, she's like married to him now, I think. And they have like a few kids together. And I've heard of something like he beats her and or has like held a gun to her head at some point, and like the police have gotten involved and like tried to, you know, stop the crazy from happening, but ultimately she always goes back to him, and like every once in a while I'll check social media and she'll be like having another kid. So it's pretty wild. Anyways, so it's moments like that that I kind of feel like the mentality that like, oh, there's not a whole lot of fish in the sea where you are. It's like, maybe not, but that doesn't mean that you should accept things like that. You know what I mean? So, anywho, but yeah, she in her picture she looks like she's having a fun time, but I mean ultimately I know that's not true. It's pretty much a very open secret that she's not having a good time. And on top of that, there's like several kids now that she can't really just abandon. But Sneak This says, I have something to ask in relationships, but kind of scared. What is the question? What kind of question are you asking? Yeah, I heard the original boyfriend. Supposedly the original boyfriend showed up to fight the current husband at some point, and he lost. The original abusive boyfriend lost in a fight to the new abusive husband, so pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I'm glad it's not my drama, but you know, interesting. And Giggle says, another angel has lost her wings. I hope she gets out soon. I hope so. I don't know if she will. I definitely hope so, but oh, 25 kills, not bad. Yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to press back. My bad. Okay. I think I hear that, what was it? The longer you're in an abusive relationship, or the more abuse you're just generally around, kind of normalizes things to make it seem like it's okay, when in reality it's not. I kind of feel like, as far as I'm aware of her relationship history, it seems like she went from a long-term abusive relationship to now a long-term abusive marriage. So I don't really know if she is aware that holding a gun to somebody's head is not a normal thing that you should just accept. And I don't know if she's I don't know if she's aware that getting beat up is also not a normal thing that you should be accepting, you know? I mean, I'm sure that she knows it to some degree, but I don't know if she knows if she's willing to do something about it. I mean, not to say that it's so easy as, like, leave, you know? It's not really that simple, but at the same time, I don't know if she'll be willing to leave, even if prompted. But Sneak This says, is it normal for someone to be comparing and saying one thing to you and then saying something else? It's confusing. Giggle says, could you give an example? Yeah, I need an example for that one. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. I need context. Oh, I might die. Hold up. Hold up. Ah! I failed that guy. Damn, they killed me. But I'm not really sure how to comment on what Sneakta said without an example, because I feel like that's kind of context-based. If you're referring to people saying one thing to some... sorry. If you're referring to people having two different opinions based on who they're talking to, I think I could understand that. But it kind of depends on what it is. That killed me. Sneakta says, okay, for example, one time they may call you pretty, next they talk about other girls and say you need to change this about you. No. I don't think that's normal. Giggle says that's not okay at all. Yeah, not even a little bit. Yep. I think that whoever... when someone... I don't know. Sorry. There's a specific way to word it, but I'm trying not to die. Okay. One time they call you pretty, next time I think that the person that someone is with should be with them for them, and not because they need to be more like somebody else. You know what I mean? Like if they should be like, if someone in a relationship's hoping that their partner is more like somebody else, then in that case they should just date somebody else, you know? But at least in terms of like appearance, that one is generally, that one's kind of not good, but that one depends. I can see cases where that doesn't apply, like for example, if your partner is displaying like unhealthy self-destructive behaviors, then I think that it's okay to point out the ways that it's self-destructive. Maybe not so much in a comparison to somebody else, but to want your partner to change in ways that are healthy, or assuming that they're not doing so well. I think to an extent it is kind of something that you should speak on, but outside of that specific scenario, I'm not really sure if it's appropriate. But yeah, it really does depend. In terms of appearance, I just feel very... In terms of appearance, I feel that if two people are in a relationship, they should just not comment negatively on their partner's appearance, that they would want them to look like somebody else. I think that one's kind of cut and dry, not chill. But Giggle says, now if I see a sweater in an ad, I would be like, I think you look great in this, but not to compare. Yeah, that's a different. It depends on what it, like, I guess for example, if my hypothetical girlfriend were to be like, I wish you looked like this J-pop idol. That's not cool. If she was like, I wish you dressed more like this J-pop idol. Not cool, but like to a lesser degree. If my girlfriend was like, I think you'd look good in the sweater. then there's no problem with that. The team's not getting absolutely stomped. Like, the guy that made the most kills on our team is made 4 kills. The guy that made the most on the other team has 25, so we're getting stomped. It's not even close. We're just getting stomped. But yeah, it depends. I mean, this isn't to say that, like, if this happens, I personally don't think it's break-upable material. I don't think it's that bad. It's certainly not okay, but I don't know if it's like a... At least to me, I don't think it's like a break-upable problem, but it is certainly a good thing. If I had a girlfriend, she did that to me. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on our relationship as well. But if she did that to me, she might be on thin ice, but I don't know if I'd break up with her immediately. You know?
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
It would certainly spark a thought in my mind that they would probably rather be with somebody else, but I don't know if I'd be so upset as to break up with them. It's all about context with that one. But yeah, I don't know. For the most part, I feel like the people I know that are in relationships, for the most part, they are doing pretty well. I'm starting to lag. Oh yeah, I'm starting to lag really bad. So, if you guys are noticing frame rate drops and my stream is lagging and whatnot, it's on my side. It's not on your side. So don't worry about that. But Mandy says, wait, you don't think if someone told someone they wish they looked like insert famous person here, it isn't breakup worthy? I'd be done. It depends. I don't think I'd immediately break up with someone. I think they would definitely be on thin ice. If they say something else similar to that kind of thing, then I think I would be done. But I don't know if I'd break up immediately. You know? Because, I don't know, it depends on, like, how you say it and, like, what you said. Like, if somebody came up to me, or sorry, if I was, like, with this girl, we were in a relationship for, like, 5 years, and she was like, I wish you looked more like Chris Evans. I'd be like, I wish I did too. And I'd probably laugh about it. Would sting a little bit, but ultimately, you know, I wouldn't, like, take a whole lot of offense because we've already been together for, like, 5 years and it's a joke, you know? So, in that way, it wouldn't really bother me. But if she was, like... If she was dating me for, like, 2 months and she was like, you look so much like Steven Yeun, but you're not him. Then I'd be like, okay, I'm out. I'm leaving. You know what I mean? It depends on how you say it and what you said. Depends how long the relationship is. Whether we make those kinds of jokes, whether you're being serious or not. There's a lot of variability for that one. The Giggle says, a guy I dated did that, but I saw through it because I knew he was trying to whittle away at my confidence. He was mad I was luminous. He didn't think he was. SMH, boohoo, go find your shine. Don't try and dim mine. So true! So true. Yeah, don't let anybody be dimming you. Don't be putting up with that. He says. Talks about how he'd put up with it. But yeah, it depends. It depends. And Mandy says, how can you say it in an okay way? I mean, as I had described, in that if she was just like joking around and being like, I wish you looked more like Chris Evans, and I like look nothing like Chris Evans, and she's just joking around, and you know, to me it's like that was Thing a little, but you know, it's a joke. I'm not Chris Evans, and she's been with me for 5 years, therefore, you know, I don't really care all that much, but it depends on what she said and how she said it. And that's also something that I'm willing to put up with. Like, for Mandy, it's a insta deal breaker. For me, it's like, that's not, that doesn't, it bothers me slightly, but it depends on the context. If it's just like a joke, it's kind of whatever. I wouldn't really care. But Sneakta says, it's funny that all my life I have tried to be put down and compared, and then gaslighted thinking I'm the one in the wrong. It's currently 6:38 a.m. I've been in my feelings all night. The general rule for me is that all negative thoughts past 8 p.m. are not valid. They can wait until tomorrow morning for me to analyze them. That's what I try to follow, with varying rates of success, but generally I get kind of in my own head after 8 as well. The later it goes into the night, so I wouldn't worry about it. Like, I think all kinds of like crazy doom and gloom at night, but it can wait till tomorrow. Like, even if it is true, like, let's say that whatever you're worried about is true, it can wait until you've rested. You know? You can evaluate it when you've rested. Don't worry about it. But, yeah, I haven't met... I met one person in my life that was definitely a gaslighter that I just completely got rid of, like, in my friendship crowd. I cut her out of my life. I didn't want her in my life anymore after figuring out that she's a gaslighter. Beyond that, like, I mean, there's been, like, moments of, like, questionable gaslighting from people, but generally it's something that I'm not, I don't... Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to lock in. Damn it. Really hit the... Hold on. I'll spit you out, Dark. Hold up. There we go. Hold up. There we go. I can't see. Nice. But yeah, generally, I don't think gaslighting works much on me. I think it depends on what the gaslighting is, but I can identify it. I can... Insane. But, yeah. Don't be letting people put you down. Don't let people put you down. You deserve better than negativity. Definitely. And Mandy says, it's a deal breaker for me. Keep those thoughts to yourself, hypothetical boyfriend. That comedy, though, I think it's cringe. Ooh! Hold on. Sorry, I'm getting chased by the flying lady again. This flying lady, like, really has it out for me. She's just aiming for me specifically. See? She keeps chasing me. I think she's specifically going after healers. Okay, we got it. And I think it's cringe whether it's a joke or not, because the joke isn't even funny. I think it's kind of like a ribbing, almost. It's kind of like... It's kind of like when guys call each other ugly. You know? it's kind of like one of those things that
30 seconds before you attack.
it depends on context, but like
Gotta be honest. Not so
it's like when guys call each other ugly, and that it's not always serious, you know. It could be, but it's not always like something that you need to like that is true, you know. It depends on context.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I would, however, be I would be sussed regardless about if somebody says that they'd rather be with somebody else or implies it, then yeah, that's rough.
This nightmare. Enemy ahead.
But if you joke around about it, it's clear you don't want to be with anybody else, then, you know, I don't put a lot of weight into that. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, this has never happened to me, so shoot. Never happened to me, so I don't have to worry about this kind of thing. There we go. Haha, got 2 guys. And Giggle says no, and if you... sleep more important than thoughts. So true. And no, and if you express that it's hurtful, then people should stop making those jokes comments. Yes. If you say that it's hurtful and they keep making the joke, then that's definitely an issue. But, you know. Like, welcome into Azure. I think the fundamental point of saying that is rooted in disrespect. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you, but what am I trying to say? It's one of those things that, like, I wouldn't say to my partner, but if my partner said to me, I'm not going to take it to heart unless it's in a context where I know they're being serious. Like, if my partner said, I wish you looked more like... I don't know. Trying to think of something. I already used Chris Evans, but like I wished you looked more like Venom. You know? It's like I'm not really bothered by that. You know what I mean? Anyways. If it bothers you, that's your prerogative, if that's the right word. If that bothers you, I mean that is fine. I'm not saying it shouldn't bother you, but I'm saying that it doesn't bother me, depending on context. And then, I don't care how funny something is to me. Hold on. If someone close to me says something hurt them, I drop it. Yep. I agree. Absolutely agree with that. And more like negging. Yeah, I don't... Ugh. Yeah. Not a big fan. Yeah. And thank you, this helps a lot, of course. I mean, of course, this is my perspective. I mean, you got the perspective of, like, you got the perspective of everybody in the room, but, generally, I think if somebody's disrespecting their partner in that way and being serious, that's definitely a problem. If they're joking, it's like a problem, but to a lesser degree, in my personal opinion. I don't know. But that's just me. That's my opinion. So, anywho. But yeah. But Mandy says, I think bad comedy is breakup worthy. That's fine. If you want to break up for bad comedy, I completely support it. I completely support it. The girl I went on a date on a date with, the other week doesn't like dad jokes. I should have just ended it right there. I should have just walked away. Ooh! Oh, nice save. I don't know what the character's name is, but that the flying woman with the angel wings or whatever. Ugh. Annoying. I keep getting singled out. Got him. Yahoo. Hoosiers. What else? I gotta try to win.
Let the devil out!
Oh, don't worry, cake sniffer. Oh, damn it. We just lost. I thought the smoothie in this Hydro Flask would last longer. Be colder for longer. Not that cold already. I mean, granted, this has been sitting on my desk for 2 hours, but Giggles says, agreed. I went on a date with a guy, and he didn't make me laugh once, and that was probably my worst date ever. I can do awkward, shy, whatever. I can't do unfunny. I will say that I very much prefer funny. It's not a deal breaker to me to be unfunny. I guess if it's on a spectrum, it's on a spectrum where if it's like, if you're so unfunny that you make everything else unfunny, then that's a problem. And then being funny is always just a net good, you know? If you're like right in the middle, where you're like, you're not funny, but you're not sucking all the life out of the room, then that's not a deal breaker for me, that's fine. But if your presence somehow makes everything not funny, then I think that would be a deal breaker for me. You'd have to be like pretty far on the spectrum of unfunny in order to truly be like not dateable. But Mandy says, I'll take didn't make me laugh once over haha, I wish you looked like my celebrity crush. Yeah, agree. Giggle says, it's so easy to make me laugh, at least a chuckle, like how did he manage to not make me laugh? Yeah, I feel like that's on the spectrum of funny to unfunny. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I think when it comes to jokes, I'm still not a big fan of edgy jokes. And I feel like that generally kind of takes me out of it. I mean, not that I've heard it. Actually, you know, the past few... I don't think I've gone on a date in the last several years where I've genuinely laughed at something. I'm not even joking. I mean, not to say that I'm not, like, having a good time, but I don't remember finding anything funny over the dates I've had in the past few years. It's kind of rough, actually. I never really realized that. The last time I can, like, remember, like, laughing really hard about something, this wasn't really a date, but this was, like, back when I was... okay, my relationship history's not worth explaining, but the gist of it, this... anyways. My ex-girlfriend from back when I was in high school... welcome back to Shub, by the way. Sorry, Shub, I'm talking about my dating history now for some reason. I remember back when I had a girlfriend in high school, and then in college we were talking, and one of the funniest things I can remember, this wasn't officially a date, but we were video chatting and reading this, we were reading this Gordon Ramsay fanfiction. It was the funniest thing I can remember. in terms of like something that's kind of date adjacent. That was so funny. I was cracking up. We laughed for like, I don't know, an hour or two about that. It was so funny. It's pretty bad. I don't know what it was called. Or like, I'm sure there's a lot of Gordon Ramsay fan fiction out there, but it was so funny. I was dying laughing. This was like, this is at like, I don't know, 10 p.m. or something. Or like maybe 1 a.m. It was late at night. And I remember I was like trying not to laugh too loud. I didn't want my roommate to wake up. But it was so funny. Anyways. Oops. Hold on. Oh, someone help. There we go. Yeah. Here we go. Nice. And it's so easy. Yep. I'll take neither. LOL, but I hear you, Mandy. Negging is so much worse. I agree.
The other team is extracting those resources.
Negging, I'm not a big fan of, but I think it's absolutely unacceptable if you don't know somebody that well or you're like just starting to date. That's not cool. Definitely unacceptable. I think like playful banter is fine if you like know someone well, but negging is kind of like on the far end of the spectrum of banter. That negging is just an insult. You know what I mean? Anyways, but I prefer unfunny to think that thinks he's funny but isn't. Yeah, agreed. I absolutely agree. But yeah, don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think of what I laughed at recently. I feel like I don't like... I mean, I chuckle at stuff. I mean, I said this before, but I chuckle at stuff. I don't like... I'm not like on the ground, can't breathe kind of laughing. Like, that happens like once every like so many years, I feel like. Like, genuine like hee hee ha ha happens maybe like every few months. On the ground, can't breathe happens maybe like once every few years. General chuckle happens like every day, but not like I'm not like ah ha ha. You know, you understand. But negging is different from roasting, in my opinion. Negging is cruelty cloaked in comedy. Yes, that is not acceptable. That's not acceptable. But Shub says, sorry, someone called me. What were you saying? I don't remember. I think I was talking about... I was talking about the last time that I laughed on something that was close to a date. We're talking about... how would you describe our topic? We were talking about how to draw the line between, like, what's considered an insult in a relation, like what's not acceptable. So, for example, oh, and Sneakta fell asleep. Sneakta, no! That's okay. If you gotta fall asleep, just fall asleep. You need to get your rest. No, I don't remember. Shub says, how was your date? It was bad. So, the most recent person I went on a date with, she... we went on 2 dates on 2 different weekends. So, the first weekend, I didn't know her that well. It went, like, somewhere between good and okay. It wasn't, like, good. It wasn't just okay. It was just, like... I mean, it's closer to okay. Anyways. Somewhere between good and okay. And... I didn't know her that well after the first date, so I scheduled the second date with her and I felt like I was carrying the conversation for a large chunk of it. We started the date at like 10:15. I thought we'd get lunch, but she just wanted to go home at like 11:30, so I was like, okay, and, you know, she just went home. And then several days went by, and of just no talking, and then I sent her a message to be like, I don't, you know, thanks for taking the time to go on a few dates with me. It was nice getting to know you, but ultimately, I don't think we're compatible, but I hope you find the right person. Something to that effect. And that was it. So it didn't really go anywhere. We definitely weren't compatible over the amount of time we have talked, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, you're not going to have a good date all the time, you know. But Dark says they call me the MVP. So true! So true. And I'd rather watch you. Thank you, Sneakta. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Having you with us brightens my day. Thank you so much. I hope I can be better than sleep. Here's hoping. But, you know, if you gotta sleep, totally understandable. Don't deprive yourself of sleep on my behalf. But if you're staying awake anyway, I'll be happy to accommodate you. But yeah, so Shub, me, and everyone here on Twitch were talking about where to draw the line between, like, what's... Well, we were talking about the scenario in which you're in a relationship and your partner says, like, I really wish you looked like insert celebrity here. So somebody came up to you and was like, or sorry, if your girlfriend told you one day, like, wish you looked more like Chris Evans. You know, and kind of like how we would each individually take that. For me, it falls closer to banter. I wouldn't necessarily be happy about it, but I'm not gonna take it all that seriously. Especially if I'm with that person for a long time, I'm not really gonna take it all that serious. But for other people, it's a definite deal breaker. But yeah, you know what I mean? So anyway, but I feel like we've kind of exhausted that topic. There isn't really much more to say about that. But always, thank you, Sneaka. Thank you. Thank you. I think context is... sorry, to catch Shub up. I think context is really important when it comes to saying stuff like that. I think, especially if you pick someone that I just, like, look nothing like. Especially if it's just non-human. Like, I wish you looked like Venom. To me, that's, like... that's not happening. You know what I mean? And I'm not... That's not really gonna bother me. But it depends on what was said and what the context was and how long you guys are in a relationship, what your relationship looks like. I think all those things factor into it. But I do think you should probably be calling into question why your spouse would, or why your partner would be saying something like that. So, I'm getting wrecked, by the way. I'm not doing very well. I haven't made a single kill. Dark's made 3. I've just died 5 times. But Mandy says, I mean, I have more thoughts on this, but I will share them privately. Okay. It's very context for me. You know? It's very context. And why would they say Venom? Fantastic! Why would Azure say Einar? You know what I mean? It's like they can be attractive in some way and not be human, you know what I mean? I'm not dunking on Einar, just to clarify. I'm just trying to give an example of something else that's not a conventional human. You know what I mean? Damn it. Killed me. Ooh. Bruh. What? Insane. The Jeff on the other team decided to spit out Storm over the edge, which is stupid because Storm can fly. And I thought, wow, that's really dumb. Why would you do that? Didn't even matter. It didn't even matter because Jeff shot Storm out of the sky anyways. So, ultimately it didn't matter. Also, I'm doing really bad. I'm doing really, really bad. I haven't made a single kill the whole match. So, not good. Azure Tarua. I wish he looked like Einar. See, like, I mean, I don't know anything about their relationship because I'm not a part of it, you know, but like, if I heard that, I wouldn't think any red flags about it, and I don't think that that would be like, I don't see any genuine insult in there. I think of it as more of just like playful banter, you know, like that kind of thing. I don't think that's like a breakupable comment. It's just a bit of a joke, you know? Like, in that context. That's the kind of context I'm talking about, where it's like not really breakup worthy, I guess. So, like, if someone told me that that they wish I looked like Einar, I'd probably just laugh, you know. I wouldn't feel any kind of way about it. I didn't get any. Oh, I got one. Damn it. Well, I got one kill. Oh, a 4. Not bad. Yeah, because it's a character. Yeah. Of like, I wish you looked like something that isn't you. You know? I'm starting to lag again, by the way. If you guys are losing connection, it's my side. That's not your side. Unfortunate timing. Very unfortunate lag timing. Come on. Keep dying. Anywho. We lost. That's crazy.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Absolutely nutty. I did trash, but it's not as... It's about par for the course. Oh, I kind of wish I was watching that now. I didn't realize it was Daredevil. Nice. Okay. So, I'm lagging really, really hard. I'm hoping that it fixes itself. But I could do like 1 or 2 more. But Shub says, I don't know about that. I didn't have a girlfriend, nor the crush. And love is just a, it might sound rude. It's nothing, just a mask of affection or lust. I only love my mom because I know it's not fake. That's real. That's real. I think love looks different and manifests in different ways for a lot of different people. So if that's what that means to you, then, you know, I think, you know, very valid. Very valid. But, I mean, there's all different kinds of ways to look at love, you know? It's hard to say. It's hard to say that there's one definitive. But Mandy says if someone got offended over that, then that is actually kind of wild. Yeah, I'm talking about cases similar to that. Not to say like Einar specifically, but like cases like that.
You'll need a top-notch team.
It's like that doesn't... That wouldn't bother me. But again, case-by-case basis. But I don't know. I think when I was young, anyways, I think that my view on love was very much that it's something that you have to feel all the time in order to me it was not genuine.
Before you attack, get ready.
Sorry. When I was young, I thought that the only genuine love you could... The only genuine love was the one that you feel all the time. That's what I'm trying to say. And
The battle starts in 5, 4,
through
2,
growing up,
1.
I've kind of come to realize that, like,
Got it?
you don't necessarily need to feel in love with someone all the time to love them, or to care for them, rather. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be lovey-dovey all the time. So, at least that's what I feel. I'm not trying to say that that's like true for you necessarily, but I'm just trying to say what's true for me personally. But yeah. But Giggle says, side note, I just went to the liquor store across... Hold on. I went to the liquor store across the street for some orange juice. I felt like such an old lady. I saw some kid on a motorcycle and was like, "Where's your helmet at?" He was like, "I left it at the house." And I said, "Nah, you gotta wear your helmet." Not minding my business at all. Lagging, didn't catch the convo. Love talking about love with you also. True. I'm lagging. It might not be you. I mean, if you're running around outside, it might be partially on your end. But I'm definitely lagging on my end. So if any of you are having stream issues, it's on my end. I tend to lag around this time, so I don't know what's happening, but I definitely lag around like right about now. So, but yeah, love is different for everybody, and what it looks like. I know, in more, like in my culture's more Japanesey,
No worries.
and
I've got your back.
for Japanese culture, there, you know, like how in English we tell our family like "I love you," that is not a phrase in Japanese. There's like the romantic like "I love you," but there isn't like a familial "I love you" in Japanese. So generally, at least in my experience with my family, I find that my family expresses love more through acts of service, the things that they do, rather than the things that they say. So, like for my mom, for example, her showing her love for me would be more of something in regards to what she does, like the cleaning she does, the cooking that she does. When I was young, she would pack me, she'd pack me like home lunch all the time. When I could have just ate school lunch, you know. And I think moments like that are ways that she expresses love without saying that she loves me, you know? And not to say that she doesn't say love you, you know, but you understand. This is talking about familial love, though, I guess, which is different from the romantic kind, but you understand. Giggle says, what does love feel like for you? That is an excellent question, Giggles. Excellent question. I'm not sure. I'm also lagging really hard, so if it looks like I'm teleporting on the screen, it's because I am. I'm lagging in my game too, so... the game is almost unplayable. I don't know how to check my ping, but I bet my ping is like 2000 or something. My ping's real bad. I think in going on more dates and hopefully entering a relationship, I think I'll have a better idea of what love looks like and means to me. But generally, I'm the kind of guy that just needs a hug, you know? I feel I'm very touch-starved. Not to say that... Not talking about anything freaky, but like... To just, I don't know, sit next to each other and watch a movie would be enough to warm my touch-starved soul. So... you know what I mean? So... I don't know. Not really sure. I know I'm touch-starved, but I'm not really sure what love looks like for me. You know? But... I think that's something I'll learn over time. I know what not love looks like, in terms of knowing what, like, abuse looks like and such, but aside from that, love, harder to define. Harder to define. Also, I'm lagging really hard, guys, and I'm lagging for a really long time, so sorry about that too. It's not just that it's not just that I'm lagging on stream. I'm lagging, or sorry, not just the amount that I'm lagging, but the length of time too. Sorry, I've been lagging a lot tonight. I don't know what to do about that. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm thinking honestly I might have to cut the stream here. It's been fun. It's been real, but this lag is really, really bad. And it's been happening for the past, like, 30 minutes, so I don't expect it to stop anytime soon. So I think I'll have to call it a night. Unfortunately. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. Very fun stream. Sorry again about the lag. And thank you to Shub. Everybody say hi to Shub. Shub is over there on YouTube. And possibly other people as well. Not really sure. But Shub is definitely over there. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I was saying a little bit earlier on stream, but I am considering whether to take a brief hiatus from stream. If I do take a brief hiatus, I'll either start tomorrow, and tomorrow is just I don't stream, or I'll start just all of next week maybe. Will be my break. I'm not quite sure yet, but there's a few things that I want to change in regards to stream. Oh, I stopped lagging. Never mind, I'm back to it, so great. Never mind, so we're back to lagging. So that's not going to change anytime soon after all. But yeah, there's a few things that I want to change in regards to stream. I'm not really sure what those things look like yet. I'm still trying to brainstorm how to go about it in a way that feels real and authentic to me, and how to navigate that as well. So I think there's a possibility that I do go on a hiatus. If I do go on a hiatus, I will definitely let you guys know on Discord. If I don't, if I do go on a hiatus, you guys will hear from me before I do. If I don't, then business as usual. But there are a few things I would like to address, but we'll get there eventually. But thank you guys for joining me. I always appreciate the love and support. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you to Sneak the Bear, especially for staying up. Very kind of you, even though it's 6 a.m. Thank you to Dark for playing Marvel Rivals with me. I very much appreciate your support. Thank you for joining me tonight. And thank you to Shub over on YouTube for hanging out on YouTube. Thank you to Appy, Mandy, and Azur, and Kitsune, my son. I want to hear more about your dates with that girl sometime soon. Thank you to Hurricane as well for joining. Hurricane might still be out there somewhere. Thank you to Giggles for joining us, despite the having to head over to the liquor store. Thank you for bringing us along with you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I may catch you guys tomorrow. If I am available, I will definitely let you guys know. And if I don't, I'll let you guys know either way. So, but thank you guys for joining me. Sorry about the lag. It's probably going to keep spiking for a bit, so I gotta go. But thanks for the stream, and I'll catch you guys when I catch you. Good night, everybody. Wait. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Good night. Sorry, Dark says see ya. See ya, Dark. Thanks for joining. And Mandy says thanks for stream, Taku. You are welcome. Thank you for joining. Appy says GG's. Good stream. Good night. Good night, Appy. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Good night.